Yeah, welcome to the first ever podcast on this channel. Today we're gonna be talking about music and life in general, and yeah, I'm so excited to be on this show and my guest as well. So I'm very grateful for him to being a part of this and taking place of this. Yeah, so let us see where this podcast is gonna take us. I'm gonna introduce myself first, and then my guest can introduce himself. I live in Denmark, Copenhagen. I'm a DJ and a producer. So when I first started to make music, I started to play the guitar you see over here, and then I got to play violin. Uh, my family took me to some teachers there, and then it's just getting started more and more with music. Then I go to piano in the church. Some guy told me there, teach me how to make the piano sound, and yeah, got a little studio here at home, and everything just get bigger and bigger. So yeah, in Denmark it's very cold, the weather, but it's we're pretty getting ready for summer. So I mainly do pop and EDM around my music and my sets. Go to some schools in Copenhagen to get learned about music and could teach me how to make music. But it's self-made everything. You need to definitely be working out yourself and put a lot of hours into it. Yeah. So that is pretty much it. And yeah, now my guest will introduce himself. Yeah.
Okay, hi, I'm Rishi. So I'm actually a singer-songwriter. Currently, I'm signed to Bass Rebels and Size Records. Well, so I started as a graphic designer actually.
Ooh,
well, I started graphic design. Yeah, because I started graphic design, because I used to get like very less allowances as a kid.
Yeah.
Like my friends used to get like more allowances. I was like, man, I need to earn something, right? So I see them like eating in the restaurants and stuff like that. I was just a kid, so I get a little sad. Then so I started doing graphic designing. But interestingly, I don't like to draw on paper.
Yeah, me too. I don't like the drawing.
But I just like doing on things digitally.
Yeah.
So well, anyway, so
yeah,
I was always acquainted with music. My family always had a musical background. So actually how I got into making my own music, yeah, right. So one day a friend of mine like texted me. So he was learning FL Studio.
Yeah.
Then he was like, so do you want to make a music? Then I'm like, okay, sure, man. What's the harm in trying, right?
Yeah.
So so we produced our first song. Well, the thing is that I never recorded it because I never had a mic back then, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's hard
so,
to get yeah.
Yeah, so I worked hard, then finally I got a mic.
Yeah.
Then I recorded my first song. So it was a song called Solace. So it was with a friend of mine, not the friend that introduced me to music actually, okay.
Yeah.
So it was, I guess it was a rap rock song, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So I did the song, and like from that point forward I never looked back.
Yeah.
Then I went on making like more and more music. Then I got signed to all these international labels. Then I got all these contacts. Then currently I'm like working with Main Hoxa. He's currently number 22 on the Albanian charts.
Yeah.
He just crossed I guess 50 million Spotify streams. Yes, right. Just recently,
Yeah. Congratulations.
Actually, that's pretty big. I actually like to work in multiple genres. So I'm not like fixed in one genre.
Yeah.
So I have worked on rap, then punk rock, then pop, then EDM. Now recently I'm into dancehalls. Then I also like R&B. Oh shit! I never told where I'm from. So I'm from Assam, India. Actually, it's in the northeastern part of India. Also, I'm trained in Indian classical, but still I do all the Western things.
Yeah.
Then I play. I don't play like guitar or like piano.
No.
But I don't know how to play. But I don't play like professionally or anything like that. So I play this instrument called dhol. So it's like a traditional instrument. Okay, so it's pretty amazing. So You know, like so we have a festival called Bihu. So it's like one of our main festivals. So we play the instrument in that festival. So
Yeah.
I played an instrument. Then I can play flute.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty insane to have
Then
some skills. Yeah.
then I can play pretty much drums.
Yeah.
I can pretty much go with any percussions, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, and currently I'm doing mechanical engineering.
Yeah.
I know it's kind of hard to like keep up with everything, with my
Yeah.
engineering, then music. Then again, I have my own graphic designing thing
Yeah.
going on, right? So I'm just trying. I'm grinding, man.
Yeah. That's
So
pretty
and yes,
insane.
and like thanks for having me as your first guest. You know,
Yeah.
it's really an honor, man.
We're gonna blow up. So it's I will always like to come to India someday because it's
Yeah,
a
of
lot,
course, man. Sure.
the culture and the people are welcoming you to the areas, and yeah, I will really love to go someday to there. Also, there's so many singers and songwriters in there, right?
Yeah, exactly.
They are they're very talented. Some of the people there, and they play instruments and definitely learn from their background at home with your parents that you said it, right? So
Yeah.
that is pretty insane. There's definitely some interesting people out there. So what kind of tips will you give for new singer and songwriters? What for young people they are just gonna be starting out to, you know, get started, or how do you get into it?
So over the years, the experience I've gained, so I can say that like never give up. First of all, like never give up. I know like it's hard. I don't know about Western countries, but when it comes to India or Asian countries, our parents like wants us to be, you know, engineers, doctors, lawyers, stuff like that. So
Yeah.
so we always have to like do music side by side with all those career things, you know.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to have music as your own career in here. Like I'm not saying it's not possible, but
Yes.
the Indian people will get it.
Yeah.
Well, so first of all, like just don't give up.
Yeah.
I mean, things happen in time. You know, like you don't have to rush anything.
Mm.
First of all, you're not gonna blow in one day. You're not gonna blow because you market it harder.
Mm.
It's just that things happen. Like the pieces falls in place when it's time. It doesn't falls randomly. You can't force them, right?
Yeah. That is
Well, like look at me. I never thought that I'll be making my own music. Then I'll be like talking to you today.
yeah, that's pretty insane. You definitely got
Yeah, exactly.
some plays on Spotify. I think one of them got 50K views on there, so
Yeah.
that is pretty insane. Yeah, so never give up and just keep dreaming and keep some hours into it to work, and eventually just have fun with it. That's what all music and life is about. So yeah, that's pretty insane. What is your next project? You mentioned a little about them in the intro. So
Yeah.
can you explain them a little bit more to the people maybe? Yeah.
Okay, sure. So I have two projects. Okay, so
Yeah.
one is in my own language. It's the language is called Assamese. So
Yeah.
one is Assamese language, and the other one is in English. So the next one is with Main Hoxa. So it's a dancehall.
Yeah.
So we made it like 3 days back. I haven't started like writing it down yet. So I'll just sit down one day and think about it. Like you know, like with all the assignments from my college and stuff like that, like it's really hard to like keep up, man.
Yeah. There's so much.
But
going
anyway,
on.
so the previous project that I told about, the SMEs one, so I have completed it, and it's up for the mastering. And when the master will be done, then we'll record a video. Then we'll be uploading it soon. So the song is actually a romantic song.
Yeah.
It's like you know, like you see some girl, then you describe her in a really beautiful way. So it's like that.
Yeah, definitely. I love song. You can tell. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
They are also coming from your heart and maybe from experience.
But it's not like normally the love songs are like really slow and chill, right? It's not like that. It's also dancehall, so you can really like vibe into it.
Yeah, there's a great people play it maybe in the clubs or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe I could remix that one.
Yeah, sure, 100% you can, man.
Yeah, that will definitely do. So that is pretty exciting. Yeah, I got my projects as well. I like to get many projects into myself as possible. So right
Yeah,
now I have a lot of things. I have a Italian guy singing some EDM, progressive house, kind of Martin Garrix vibe style, which I really look into. For this release, it has been 3 years now, where we're just going back and forth with some other projects, and yeah, I think we are around over 20 singing sessions from him, where he is just going back and forth with the vocals and everything. Then I got some deep house projects as well, and some future bass with kind of Illenium, Set the Sky vibe, issues, festivals style, and then I got some covers as well coming up, some Calvin Harris old style project where there's just a little bit remix. You see, I think this was Rehab. You know that guy?
he's amazing.
So he made like this where he's gonna blow up EDM kind of remix for the old songs, back in the days, and then they just gonna
Yeah,
be popular, and yeah, it's a great way to keep the generation and everything into it. Yeah, so that is pretty much. I like to get a lot of projects into it, so I like to keep them working all the time. Yeah,
and you got like a lot of projects right now.
yeah, a lot.
I'm not like cramming all the projects together now, so I'm just doing one by one.
Yeah, I think it's a great way to keep track on and get done with the track. Do you feel like you're more creative way when you are trying to sing and do this songwriting? This is definitely helping that you can do the both of them, like the singing and songwriting, so they fit your style and you can go wherever you want to. Can you take me through the process, how you're starting on with the new projects, how you're gonna work into it,
Okay.
and what kind of stuff? Yeah.
Okay, so when I first get the track, then I like listen to it like a few times. Like
Yeah.
that's obvious, right? So then what I do is that like I compose like an abstract sounds, like without the
Yeah.
lyrics and all. I just compose the sounds. Then I just keep them on tap, like I record it.
Yeah.
Then I like sit down and think about the possible theme. First of all, I think about the team. Then I
Yeah.
like make a story around the team, because that really helps. I mean, without a story or without like a way to go through, then like it's like you really like messes up with your head, man. So
Yeah.
I just make a story first.
Yeah.
Then like I try to keep the story really chronological,
Yeah.
like how I imagined it in my head. Like
Yeah.
so when I listen to the track again, then I listen to my composition that I just did. Then I try to like fit the lyrics in with the composition. But if it doesn't fit, then I can always change it, right? I mean, like it's hard to really explain how I work, because it just kind of happens, right? I mean, you can't explain your workflow. You can only show it to somebody.
Yeah.
Like it's really hard to explain your workflow.
Yeah. Also, it's different from projects to projects how far you are in them, or you got a beat or instrumental already, or you just
Yeah,
trying
yes, yes,
something and
exactly.
experimenting by yourself on it and that stuff. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. What do you think is your next goals in the future? What you have in your mind in like 5 years from now or something? Because I wanna be standing on Tomorrowland, and yeah, hopefully we take it slow there, but it's great to keep dreaming and have that stuff up. Yeah.
So well, I don't really have like big plans with music. Okay, Now, like I told you that I'm doing a mechanical engineering.
Yeah.
So I don't really have like super big plans with music. But then again, I really like want to see myself performing live, like on big stages, not like local shows or something like that. Like on big stages, like in the next 5 years.
Yeah.
I'm working towards it. I don't know if I'll make it or not, but I'm just working towards it. Well, next 5 years, I also want to have like like 10, 12 million views on my, well, not views actually, streams on my Spotify actually.
Yeah. It will come to you pretty quick because you have an amazing voice. And I think you guys should check out his Spotify. I will definitely link it down below, all his socials and everything, so we can get a lot of new people into your music, and they will take a listen to it and see, get inspired by it. I think also, yeah, there's a lot of things to take in from this podcast as well. Yeah. Who inspired you to make music in the start? You have some artist or anything?
Okay, so I don't have anyone like in my mind particularly, but so like I told you that my family always had a musical background, right?
Yeah.
So you can say that it came to me naturally, to be honest, but because I always used to like when I used to hear like just tracks, because we used to do like drills in our schools.
Yeah.
So during our drills, they used to play music. So like I used to like compose with the beat. That was when I was in my like 5th or 6th grade. So because I was really keen about like having my own compositions, then writing songs. But I never thought that like I'll be doing it on such a big scale now.
Yeah.
But I always really liked it, so I really used to like compose on tracks and all. Then so I wasn't like inspired by like just in one person. Okay, so I get inspired by I get inspired by things. I get inspired by music. I don't think that I get inspired by people. I mean, yeah, like people can inspire you with their words and stuff like that, but I don't get inspired by just one personality. Like I take in like many people, I take in like many people, like I take the good things about them. I get inspired by those.
Yeah.
Well, actually, like I have to say thanks to that one friend that asked me about making music.
Yeah.
Well, his name is Pranay Shaikya. He's a good friend of mine. Well, like, if he wasn't there, then I don't think that I'll be making music. So I don't have any like inspiration behind making music, like starting to make music. But over the years, I really get inspired by Charlie Puth does the like falsetto, right?
Yeah.
He does the falsetto, like that song he did with Wiz Khalifa, right? See You Again.
Yes.
I think that's a pretty famous song, right?
Yeah.
So I heard it. Then he was like, "When I see you again," I was like, "Wow, man! Like that is so amazing." Because we don't do that kind of stuff in Indian classical. So I was really intrigued by it.
Yeah.
So I tried. Then I really learned how to use my head voice instead of my chest voice.
Yeah.
Like I never knew that there was this concept of head voice, to be honest, because I was always into Indian classical and stuff like that. I never like explored outside of it. So when I like got to learn about that thing, I was like, push, man, like that is amazing, right?
Yeah.
So so I got inspired by Charlie Puth. Like as I said, like I don't have anyone particular, but I like the music and I take the little bits from everyone.
Yeah.
Then there's of course Linkin Park.
Yeah.
Because I used to have a band back in school actually, but the band failed anyway.
Oh.
But like Linkin Park has been an inspiration, to be honest. I mean, well, rest in peace, Chester.
Yeah.
Like Linkin Park was like, it has been like a big part in our life, right?
Yeah. They have some.
I don't think there's.
They have some hard lyrics. Linkin Park, where they going for some tough times where actually more into like the love kind of scene. So you kind of mixing them together, which is a pretty cool thing, and trying to make it to your own production, which is pretty insane. Yeah.
Exactly.
Also, you have an amazing voice, I think. What do you love the most about making music?
So the thing about music is that like it really helps me forget about every worries that I have,
Yeah.
all the things that I like face day to day. Like when I focus on music, then I can forget about everything. Then I am it's just me and music, right?
Yeah.
That's the best part about music. You don't need to like worry about anything else.
Yeah.
And and you know the other thing that I love about music is that I get to meet new people like you, man.
Yes.
Like because of music, I made so many new friends. Like I made so many new friends. Yeah. So I never had like many friends. So but music helped me like get friends who had the same interest as me.
Yeah.
And that's the best thing about music.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
mean, look,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter to me, to be honest, that if I get famous or not, but I'm making like new friends, I'm meeting new people, I'm learning new things, I'm getting new experiences. I mean, like I think that's what matters the most, right?
Yeah, it's definitely about having fun, and yeah, just also I do it to relax. My father also he makes music just for hobby, and himself he go at night when I sleep, so he press the button, and he's very new into it, so I don't know what the is going on sometimes. Just hear this bass going on, and you think, what the I think he's making his own genre at the moment. um, it's pretty good to have music just to relax and get some new forget all about the things that is happening, and definitely make it your own. What do you think about social medias? They have some kind of influence to the music, especially. I try to post every time my track, of course, goes out there on Spotify and that stuff. So I try to keep up with my followers and the listener, because they make such impact nowadays. Every round is around social media and Instagram and TikTok all the time. Yeah. So how do you keep up with your followers and that? Yeah.
I post stuff pretty much regularly on Instagram, to be honest.
Yeah.
No, actually, I don't post. I just post like stories and stuff. I don't post like photos and all, because like it's not just my piece of cake, okay?
Yeah.
Because like I don't like to manage like so many accounts. I have to manage my Spotify. I have to manage my Facebook, then Instagram, then Twitter, all these things. Well, I opened my Twitter account recently, to be honest.
Yeah.
I haven't still figured out how it works.
Okay. The Twitter one?
Yeah, the Twitter.
Oh, that is hard. I always forget my password. I think I think my father got it. So I had to go and ask him. Yeah, that's pretty insane.
Well, when my followers like text me, comments, but then I just interact with them. I think that's pretty much sums up my whole social media thing. But
Yeah.
like when I'm about to like release a new song, that's when things get like serious. So I start to like post regularly. Then I try to pitch up my song. Then I try to make memes out of the song. Actually, memes really work. And like if you use like social media to its fullest, then it's like a really like a powerful tool. Because back in the day we had to like pay news outlets, then banners and posters and all, to promote our music. But in social media we can do it for free, to be honest, right?
Yeah.
At just the expense of your data. That's it. Otherwise it's just free. So if you use it like really well, then it's a really very powerful tool. Now, for example, now TikTok, right? You can see like so many old songs becoming suddenly famous, right? Suddenly viral in TikTok.
Yeah. They are definitely
I mean,
blowing up.
like yeah. So social media plays a really big role, in everything, in everything. So yeah, like you should really focus on social media, but it should be like you will always indulge in that.
Yeah. How do you came up with your artist name?
The name Rishi came from Rishi Raj that you saw on my Facebook account, right? Which you can say a priest in Hindu culture. I mean, it's a pretty common name in here, okay?
Yeah.
So actually, first I had the name Sam as my artist name, but there were like so many Sams and all.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll just keep Rishi.
Yeah.
That's kind of like unique, and they don't have any artist named Rishi.
No, it's a great.
At least that I know of, actually.
Yeah. So I got my name Magthegreat from a friend of mine. I was I think I was 10 or 12 years old. He's making computers and all that stuff. And I think Mag just stands for big, I guess. So we just got with that, and maybe I will change my name someday. Who will know? When I try to start try to sing and songwrite, maybe I will start to go WRISHI, maybe. Who knows? So yeah, it's
well, actually, even I'm thinking of like changing my name now.
okay.
So I'll keep the stage name Rishi, but I'll also have an alias, you know.
Yeah. So do you use? You said you was some kind of graphic designer, right? Do you use Photoshop and that stuff? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I use Photoshop. Then I use Blender 3D.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it, you know. Like if I have to like draw something manually, then I use Procreate on my iPad.
Yeah.
And then I can always take it over to Photoshop to like tweak it. But now, you know, like so recently I've started using Blender, and it's really fun. So I haven't gone back to Photoshop in a while. So I'm stuck in Blender now. So
Okay,
I'm just doing all my artworks and like animation stuff in like Blender. So Blender is pretty cool because you can make like anything that you want, and you don't have to like worry about color correcting it. You don't have to worry about like giving the highlights or shadows and all. But when you do in Photoshop, then I have to manipulate things. Then I have to like manage the shadows, then the highlights. Then again, I have to think about so many different things.
Yeah.
And plus, Blender gives you the 3D feel, so it's better than Photoshop. But no, it's different than Photoshop. But for me, at least, I'm like liking Blender better than Photoshop. You know.
Yeah, it's good.
Because both have different use cases, but it's working for me. So, yeah.
Yeah. I do use Premiere Pro, and I do have Photoshop as well. Illustrator I use as well. I do Premiere Pro also for editing that stuff for my YouTube channel as well. Pretty easy to go in there.
Yeah, Premiere is pretty easy.
Yeah. I think it's called After Effects, where I do back in the days I made some small animations, so it's pretty funny to go in there and do that.
Well, you know, like I use Premiere, but recently I've switched to DaVinci Resolve.
Yeah.
Then I also use After Effects, but I don't find the use case much in my works nowadays because I mostly do it in Blender.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, I used to like make progress bars for my songs.
Yeah.
Then like animate small objects to like match with the song frequencies,
Oh, that's pretty insane. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Like that's what I do in After Effects. I don't use it to do like extensive things.
You know about the drawings, the monkey drawings. You have probably seen the NFT project, right?
Yeah, of course I know about NFT, but I'll get in the NFT market soon. I'm just not getting the time to like make NFTs and like sell them.
Yeah.
Like the crypto market is pretty hot right now.
Yes, it's gonna.
Yeah, like even though I'm not investing right now, but I'm keeping up with the trends, man.
Yeah, you gotta be there. It's gonna take a while. Yeah. So now we're gonna be talking about an interesting topic that is gonna be ghost producing. There's some difference between the EDM guys and the songwriting process that he has. He have a lot of pop culture and just regularly multi genres in there. So pretty interesting to hear my side and then his side about ghost producing and ghost writing when it comes to singer and songwriter, and then come to me like a DJ and a EDM producer. So stay with this and enjoy the rest of the podcast. We're gonna be talking about ghost producing.
Since I'm not a producer, then I don't ghost produce, but I have ghost written songs actually.
Oh, it's pretty insane.
Yeah, I have ghost written songs. Like like ghost writing is like the most easiest thing. You just write anything, just it should like sound good and all. I've ghost composed.
Yeah, pretty nice. Because I made the YouTube channel, definitely got some followers and people into that. So I get these kind of emails and sliding into my DMs. There are people they wanna make an ghost produce and give them a track. So that's pretty insane. To do a DJ set, DJ show, he's very much an entertainer like Chipa Trumpet. Also, they are so sometime in the studio and then they got producers producing into their music where they just wanna have fun and be a little kind of entertainment and show, of course, for them.
Exactly. Do you remember that? So there was controversy going on like a few years back that actually Alan Walker was not producing his songs, and
Yeah.
he uses a ghost producer, right?
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah.
you. The ghost producer,
Yeah.
right?
So what do you think? Like, did he really use the ghost producers?
I think he got into music and he learned some things. Maybe he have a lot of projects like me, and one of them came out big, like the one song that
Yeah, that faded.
faded. Yeah, for sure.
Mm.
Maybe he was a part of it with the vocals, and maybe he have talked with the girl or the singer. The producer maybe just make the instrumental, or I don't know what is going on, but I think he has made some things to himself on the track. I don't think the other guy have made all the things. Maybe Alan Walker is kind of like an entertainer or going on the stage more than
Yeah, exactly. Instead of like sitting in the studio all the time, like maybe he's like the performer, but he got all these people working behind his back.
Yeah.
I mean, like I think that's all the big musicians,
Yeah.
because they don't have the time or the luxury to be like sitting around in the studio and doing all the projects by themselves. So they always have a team, but they don't say it because that might hurt their reputation and their promotion and stuff like that. Like think about it, like you like produced or like most of the thing, then you give them the sounds and they're just arranging it or mixing it. I mean, that's pretty much valid, right? Because you don't have to be like doing all the work always if you're like famous and stuff like that.
Yeah, and then just all about love and sharing the people that coming to your festivals to see you, especially out there, just to show them love. And in the end, that's what music is all about. So I get the ghost producing kind of well, and it's a good thing for the other guys that's maybe a bit shy to not come on the stage. I know like the bass jackers also, there's one guy that's playing on the stage and the other is at home. I see some of the guys just being out there and have their own kind of style to it. But in the end, we have all been sitting down with FL Studio when we were young, right? And making beats. So that's pretty insane. Yeah,
exactly.
Thank you so much for doing the podcast. Make sure you subscribe and check out his channels down below in the description. And thank you so much for being on the podcast.